like to welcome everybody here to the trade room today. In just under 5 minutes, we're going to be getting the FOMC decision on the federal funds rate. And it is expected to be an unchanged decision, and there's really no expectation of any drastic change in the policy. Of course, if you traded the FOMC decision before, you know that most of the volatility comes from the accompanying statement that's released at the same time with the rate decision. I've written a pretty thorough analysis on this and discussed some possible outcome for this decision. So I hope everybody had a chance to read it. And we should be getting this in under 4 minutes. The key factor today is the possibility of announcement in possible stimulus package or debt purchases. If that's the case, we should see some rally in the equity market. We'll see some risk appetite sentiment. At the same time, we'll see U.S. dollar losing strength.
FOMC saying rates to stay exceptionally low for an extended period. Recovery to be more modest than expected in the near term. Fed to reinvest maturing agency and MBS securities and treasuries. Again, to reinvest maturing securities in treasuries.
Okay, this is obviously a bearish
9-to-1 with holding the.
This is obviously a bearish tone. We should be looking to buy the euro dollar immediately. Let's wait for any kind of retracement. Right now in the market, we're seeing about 131.80, 131.82. The market should come back a little bit before we jump in. Basically, they're announcing a stimulus package, and they're going to reinvest the money. So basically, that sounds negative for the U.S. dollar. We might see the euro dollar now heading towards the 132, and we might see it break the 133. So I'm seeing a lot of volatility in the initial market. I'm not going to jump in. I'm going to wait for at least some kind of retracement. We're seeing that the dollar yen start to drop significantly. We're seeing about 85, 40, 47 or so. We remember that 8,500 is the key area that we'll be looking at. So we're looking at the dollar yen and the euro dollar. Euro dollar has just jumped up immediately, about 72 pips. Actually, the first spike was about 90-some pips, almost 100 pips. Now it has retraced back down to the 131.70, 72 area. What I like to do is I like to see some kind of retracement before even jumping in on this trade. So I believe that we should see some more strength going on here. If the market comes back down to, let's say, the 131.50-ish area, that's where I will be more likely to jump in on a trade. Of course, okay, so let's wait before we do anything. So now I'm listening to it. We're seeing the market dropping down now. We're waiting for the market to come down. Since the market is dropping, we're not going to jump in immediately. We're going to wait for it to stall. We're seeing 131.47, 131.50. All right, let's go ahead and take this trade. Okay, entry at 131.50, stop loss at 35 pips. TP at 35 to 50 pips. We're already looking at 35 pips right now of take profit. The market, it's moving along. So basically, guys, the bottom line is this, all right? The Fed is sending out a message telling everybody that the economy is not doing very good. We are looking for ways to stimulate the economy. It's saying that the Fed is worried about the economy, and that's sending out the wrong message for the U.S. dollar, for the very least. Now, of course, we know that the U.S. dollar, aside from the U.S. dollar, the de facto currency is the euro, and we're going to see euro dollar start to soar up. And this could have a profound effect through the Asian session and the European session. So we're looking at this trade to go up. Definitely we're going to see it blowing away the 132, and we're probably going to see a test of 133. And if we're able to break that 133, because last time we break it briefly, 133.30, but then we come right back down, drop about 60 pips in the next 3 hours. And if we're breaking this 133 this time, the next level that we have to worry about is going to be the 134 area. We're going to be looking at 134 and 136, which will show about an overbought level for the euro. But remember, this is coming off from a weak non-farm payroll, and we're jumping into a weaker federal FOMC statement for the rate decision. So we're going to see a weak U.S. dollar all the way around. So right now we're seeing the euro now going to be testing in 132. So our entry happens to be perfect timing at 50. We basically, if you're getting on the 60, it's fine. So right now we're just going to be holding on to this trade and see how far it will take us. The beauty is that if you understand the fundamentals that I'm going through right now and you did read the analysis and you wait for that retracement that we know is going to happen, what's going to happen right now is basically you just sit and hold on to this trade. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to see a straight line rise of the euro dollar all the way to the 133. I don't think that's possible. But what I'm saying is that, remember, the Asian market is now closed. It's going to open in just about 3-4 hours. So that will be the first chance Asian traders have to respond to this FOMC statements. And believe me, they will respond. And once we get to the European session, which was just closed about 2.5 hours ago, when we get to it tomorrow, my time tomorrow, we're going to see more response towards this. So we're going to see Europe jump up and stall a little bit, and then jump up again, and then stall a little bit and jump up again. Now, in hindsight, I think another great currency, based on the way that the market has been trading, is probably the pound dollar, because the pound dollar has been having a very strong fundamental, and right now we're seeing from the entry that we enter on the euro, we're seeing the pound dollar already went out about 84, 85 pips. Our euro is not doing too shabby either. It's about close to 60 pips now. It's really not bad, but it would have been better on pound dollar. But remember this, the pound dollar, we might see a shift into the euro dollar because the euro dollar might have a little bit more momentum on this. We'll just have to see. A euro might go longer, pound dollar might move faster there, but the euro will probably catch up. So right now we just broke the 132. If you guys want to take some profit off the table, lock it in and leave the rest running, I think that would be the time. So, alright, let me go ahead and issue another signal. Close 50% and move your stop loss to BE.